The gentle art of getting people to see things your way without turning into a supervillain. Okay, be honest. How often have you wished, just for a moment, that you could gently nudge someone towards your brilliant idea? That you could make that no magically turn into a yes? That you could inspire action instead of facing resistance? Raise your hand. Thought so. We've all been there. But what if I told you that real influence, the kind that lasts and feels good, isn't about control? It's about connection. And it's a skill anyone can learn. Buckle up. Because we're diving deep into the surprisingly simple, deeply human art of positive influence. Forget the dark, cloak and dagger image of mastering others. That sounds exhausting and frankly a bit creepy. We're not trying to build robot armies here. What we are talking about is understanding people, really understanding them, and learning how to communicate in a way that resonates. It's about becoming someone others naturally want to listen to, collaborate with, and support. It's less about pulling puppet strings and more about building bridges. Think about the last person who truly persuaded you. Did they force you? Threaten you? Probably not. More likely, they made you feel understood, showed you a path that made sense to you, and maybe even made you feel a little excited. That's the sweet spot. That's the power we're unlocking. Part 1. The foundation. It's not about you. Seriously. The biggest mistake people make when trying to influence, leading with their agenda. I need this. My idea is best. Just do it this way. Sound familiar? That immediately puts up walls. The golden shift. Instead of starting with your need, start with theirs. What do they care about? What are their goals, worries, or current frustrations? What problem are they trying to solve? Before you utter a word about your proposal, get genuinely curious about their world. Example, imagine you want your teammate to help with a tedious report. Don't lead with, I need you to do section 3. Try, hey, I know you're swamped with the client project deadline. How's that going? Listen, this quarterly report is looming too, and section 3 involves those sales figures you tracked so well last month. I was wondering if sharing your insights there might actually save you time later when the boss asks for updates. Maybe we can find a way to make it less painful. You've acknowledged their priority, shown you value their expertise, and connected your request to their potential benefit, saving future time. Part 2. The magic of genuine interest and listening, like really listening. This isn't just nodding while planning your lunch. This is active listening. Be present. Put the phone down. Make eye contact, not a creepy stare, just natural connection. Nod. Use small verbal cues. Uh-huh. I see. Tell me more about that. Reflect and validate. Show you understand and that their feelings are valid, even if you disagree. So, it sounds like you're feeling really stretched thin with these new targets. Or, I get why that approach felt risky to you. Dig deeper. Ask open-ended questions, questions that can't be answered with just yes or no. What's your biggest concern about this plan? What would an ideal outcome look like for you here? This uncovers the real motivations beneath the surface. The payoff. When people feel truly heard and understood, their defenses lower. They feel respected. They become infinitely more open to hearing your perspective. It builds trust, the bedrock of influence. Part 3. Speaking their language, the persuasion power-up. Once you understand their world, you can frame your ideas in a way that clicks for them. Values and benefits. Connect your idea to what they value. Is it efficiency, recognition, security, growth, helping others? This new system might take a little setup, but it could significantly reduce the weekend overtime you've been dealing with. Value, work-life balance. Sharing your findings in the meeting is a great chance to highlight the impact your team's work had. Value, recognition. The why matters. People need a reason. Don't just state what you want. Explain why it matters, preferably linking it back to a shared goal or a benefit they care about. I think we should push the deadline back a week. Why? Because rushing it risks errors that could damage our reputation with the client, and I know how important maintaining that relationship is to both of us. Story power. Facts tell, stories sell. Relatable anecdote illustrating your point is far more memorable and persuasive than dry statistics. Remember when Sarah tried to launch that feature without proper testing? The user backlash set us back months. I'm suggesting we take this extra testing step now to avoid a similar situation. Part 4. The body language and vibe check. Your words are only part of the message. Your body is shouting constantly. Open and approachable. Uncross your arms. Relax your shoulders. Have an open posture. Smile genuinely, not a forced grimace. Mirroring subtly. Gently and naturally matching the other person's posture or energy level, not mimicking, builds rapport. If they're leaning in, lean in a little. If they speak calmly, match that calmness. Confidence, not arrogance. Stand tall. Make steady eye contact. Speak clearly and at a moderate pace. Believe in what you're saying. That conviction is contagious. Read the room. Are they fidgeting? Looking away? Crossing their arms? That's resistance. Pause. Check in. You seem hesitant. What are your thoughts? Adjust your approach based on their nonverbal feedback. Part 5. The gentle ask and the art of no. Handling objections gracefully. Now you ask clearly and confidently. Be direct, but not demanding. Based on what we've discussed, would you be open to trying X? Or would you support moving forward with Y? Embrace the no. It's not the end of the world. It's information. Don't get defensive. Acknowledge. Okay, I hear you're not comfortable with that right now. Understand. Help me understand your concerns a bit more. What's the main hurdle? Back to listening. Collaborate. Is there a different approach we could take that might address those concerns? Or what would need to change for this to feel workable for you? The power of because. Adding a reason, even a simple one, makes your request more compelling. Could you get me those figures by 3 p.m. because I need to include them in the final report for the director? Part 6. Building long-term influence capital. True influence isn't a one-time trick. It's a bank account you build deposits into. Be helpful without strings attached. Offer support. Share useful information. Connect people. Be known as a resource, not just someone who asks for things. Give credit generously. Acknowledge others' contributions, loudly and publicly. People remember who makes them look good. Keep your promises. Part. Reliability builds immense trust. Do what you say you'll do. Be authentic. People spot a fake a mile away. Work on genuinely connecting and offering value. Your integrity is your most powerful asset. Choose your battles. Not every hill is worth dying on. Demonstrate good judgment about when to push and when to let go. Preserve your influence for what truly matters. So, mastering others? It turns out it's really about mastering connection. It's about swapping the desire to control for the power to understand. It's about putting down the imaginary puppet strings and picking up the tools of empathy, clear communication, and genuine respect. It's not mind control, though wouldn't that be handy sometimes? Imagine getting your cat to actually use the scratching post. It's heart and mind connection. It takes practice. You won't become an influence Jedi overnight. You'll fumble, misread signals, maybe get a no when you expected a yes. That's okay. Each interaction is a chance to learn. Start small. Practice listening deeply in your next conversation. Before making a request, pause and ask yourself, what's in it for them? Notice how people respond when you frame things differently. Build your influence capital with small acts of support. The most powerful people in the room aren't always the loudest. Often, they're the ones who understand the room the best. They build bridges, not walls. They inspire action because they connect first. That's a superpower worth cultivating. Go build some bridges. Now, let's keep growing together. In this channel, we talk about power and money. Like if this helped you. Subscribe and hit the bell for more. Comment below, what's your first practical step starting today? Remember, you're stronger than you think. Until next time, go shine brightly.